Monday. We are back, guys. We are back. This is exciting. Good to see you all. Tonight, we're going to talk about how to develop emotional resilience. Very important post pandemic. Okay. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Karen Marinez. I'm an emotional wellness coach, and I help the exhausted woman to get her bearings, to find herself again, to feel comfortable in her own skin, to learn how to set boundaries, to be happy and content with who she is, and get along better with those in her environment. So good to have everybody here. I've taken a little break from YouTube because I was teaching this amazing NLP class, but we are back at it and I'm excited to be here. I was like, Elvin's my husband. Oh, it's happening, it's happening. And here we are. Let's get right into it. What is emotional resilience? The ability to bounce back from stress, setbacks, or trauma. But listen at this, not by avoiding pain, not by numbing ourselves or putting our head up under the pillow, but by navigating our stress, our setbacks, our trauma in a healthy and adaptive way. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Okay, let me say hi to those of you in the chat. I see the chat is jumping. It's so good to have everybody. Hey, my love Elvin, Carolyn. Hey, Carolyn, my dear Leah, Audis, Renee's in the house. Hey, Renee at me best. Hey, Ari Maria. Hey, from Alabama. It's a hello, my dear Andrea. Hey, and Tiffany. Yay. So glad to have you all here. And for those who come in later, or if you're seeing this post us recording, please send us a hello in the chat. We love hearing from you. Okay. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Okay. So why are people talking about not, well, emotional wellness, but emotional resilience these days? It's actually trending on the internet. Well, number one, we're post pandemic, right? People are still dealing with the emotional aftermath. That the world was shut down, the entire world. We have never experienced anything like that before. So we were isolated, we were shut down, we were in home. There was so much uncertainty, so much loss, right? Like one friend of mine said, we were having funerals in our own living rooms because we were connected on Zoom and we're going to all these funerals. So, post pandemic, our bodies, our minds are still trying to recuperate from that emotional, very difficult time, right? Also, number two, why is this topic trending? Because burnout is everywhere. Students, young children have burnout because their parents keep them so busy. School, they have you got to get all A's, hundreds. We want excellence, and then on the weekends they're busy. There's no downtime. They have them in football practice, baseball. They have them on the band, right? There's all these teams, everything they want them connected to. Even young children are experiencing burnout. But from students, young children to professionals, to housewives, whatever we do, burnout is everywhere. And I would add, and panic attacks, anxiety, right? Everywhere. People are overwhelmed, looking for sustainable ways to cope with everyday life. It's hard out there, challenging, right? And then, of course, social media, and they call it the comparison culture. So I'm pretty much feeling okay. And then I get on Instagram and look at what they're doing, right? And I'm comparing myself. And there's a growing push to move beyond the toxic positivity, they call it. It's one thing to be positive, but when we have toxic positivity, it's that there's no bad anywhere. Everything is just great. That's not realistic. And we want to develop real inner strength. I see that Alejandro put the group chat link in the description box in the chat. If you are not a part of the chat, I think everyone here is, but if you're not, please click on it and join. Okay? And you can keep up with Coach Karen and what we're doing and the next topic and all that good stuff. All right. So, building emotional resilience is one of the best things you could do for your mental and emotional well being. It's like developing an inner toolkit. It's like having an emergency backpack. So when life hits, as it does, right, we are to expect that. And instead of being crushed by it or feeling crushed by it, you roll with it. You move and flow with it. Okay, so here's a simple roadmap to get you started. Real stuff. Okay, number one, know your triggers. If you're taking notes, I encourage you to, so you can go back or you could watch this again and take notes. But know your triggers. It's always about self awareness around here. Because if I know me, wow, if I know me, I can help you know me, right? We're coexisting with others, expecting them to satisfy us, complete us with our mates, make us feel good and happy, and we don't even know ourselves. So, a big part of my coaching is let's learn about ourselves. I need to learn more about myself. You need to learn more about yourself. So, here's a way: build awareness. What kind of situations make you feel overwhelmed, anxious, or defeated? Is it conflict? Is it change? Is it failure? Is it criticism? Ask yourself what kind of situations make me feel overwhelmed, anxious, or defeated? And then try this. Here's a nice solution, a help, something in your toolkit to help you ebb and flow through the stress. Keep an emotional log for a week. You just jotting down what happened, how you felt, and what you did after that. Now, the key to this is you're simply recording information. It's like I watched a version of the old Matlock. I just love it today. I watched that, some downtime for Coach Karen, and I don't know if they do it now, but I'm sorry, the court transcriber is it. This is what, like, Matlock is from the 70s, 80s, right? It may be 80s. That person is not emotionally affected or charged by the case. They're just simply jotting. They're writing. They're keeping a log, a registry of what's going on, a typed record. Okay, so that's the key. You're simply writing down what happened, how you felt, what did you do after that? Did you go and get a big pint of Haagen-Dazs and gobble it down? Did you stay up all night because you couldn't sleep and you binge watched a show? Did you drink a bottle of alcohol? Did you call someone and get really angry with it? What did you do? Did you cry yourself to sleep? And the key is you're gathering information. It's for informational purposes only. You're not to judge what you did, how you handled it. That's the key. That's the harder part. What is wrong with me? No. The purpose of this is so that you can understand yourself better, get in touch with you. What affects me? Why? How? What do I do? All right. So the first thing is know your triggers. Start by keeping an emotional log. You could start with a week and then graduate to a month. Okay. And go back and read it. And oh, that's what I do when my boss really gets on my nerves. Oh, that's what I do. Right. Write it all down. Number two, reframe setbacks. We just did a whole NLP class, 30 days, every day was a challenge. We had 21 graduates. Congratulations again. So proud of everybody. Wow, did everybody do great. And part of one of the NLP strategies is neurolinguistic programming is reframing. Instead of a tiny little frame, we get a big one. And we take a few steps back and we contemplate the situation from a different lens, bigger, wider, from far, right? So resilient people reframe setbacks. They don't avoid failure because there's no way to avoid it. They reframe it. So instead of something going wrong and I say, I'm terrible at this, what can I say? This is hard, it's challenging, but I'm learning. And guess what? I've done hard things before and I was successful. Hmm. Right? So here are some examples of reframing because it's all about our language and the way we process. We can say, I always mess up. We can reframe it and say, I sometimes make mistakes, but I also have many successes. Each mistake is a learning opportunity. Isn't that beautiful? What a different way. Instead of, I always mess up, and you stay thrown down. Mm, victim, moping. No, yeah, I make mistakes. I'm human, but I also have many successes. Okay, another one. No one likes me. There are grown people. I have clients that say no one likes me. It happens. But we could say I haven't connected with some people, but there are others who value and appreciate me because there always are. We may not have them in the forefront of our mind when we're saying that no one likes me, but there are people out there that have connected with you that do value and appreciate you. So let's acknowledge that, right? How about I can't handle anything? I'm so overwhelmed. We could say, we could reframe. Well, some situations are challenging, but I've handled tough situations before and I can learn to manage these. And one more, I am fundamentally flawed. There's something wrong with me that makes people around me abuse me. We had several people in the class who had had very traumatic events happen to them right before the class. And they were thinking, why do people feel comfortable stepping into a room where I am in front of other people and attacking me verbally, emotionally? Do I have a sticker on my forehead? Like, why do I attract these? It must be me. Here's another way to reframe it. Of course, we put out a certain thing into the air, and people who want to take advantage of us sense it, and they do, right? But in order to start the process of healing and avoiding those people from coming and attacking us, here's what we could say: I'm not defined by the action of others. I am worthy of respect and healthy relationships. How nice. So yeah, she did that, but it's not because there's a flaw in me. That's her. But I know what I deserve, what I'm deserving of respect and healthy relationships. There's a boundary. So when you say it like that, you stand differently, right? Instead of I'm flawed, there's something wrong with me. Those type of people love abusing me. Victim, victim. Say, I'm not defined by the action of others. The actions, I'm worthy of respect and healthy relationships. You stand differently. You walk in a room differently. Those people that are abusers and are sniffing out the weak, the victims, the person in the room with the least amount of oomph to fight back, they'll smell that on you. They'll sense it. Oh, I'm not gonna mess with her. If I did, she won't put up with it, right? There's so much we can do to protect ourselves in so many ways. Here's one more. I'm always being judged. We could say, people may be thinking about their own lives. I choose to focus on my own experience because people do have comments. You can't really do much in the world without people commenting on it. However, how do we interpret it? They're probably thinking about their own lives, and it's the truth. An older person says, don't waste your time on that. Girl, there's no time to rest. Get up and do something. That's based on her own life. That has nothing to do with me. I'm taking my nap. I'm getting my rest. I'm having my downtime because that's my own life experience, right? So we have to, Leah says, powerful. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Leah. Yeah. We don't live to satisfy the outside world. Okay, here we go. How can you practice this? When you catch negative self talk, pause and rewrite the thought like you're talking to a friend. Because if a friend were to say, I feel like I'm being judged, what would you say? No, you don't worry about what other people say. You do you. You're good. You're a good person. Well, say those things to yourself. Isn't that nice? Be nice to yourself. Prioritize yourself in that way. think if a friend of mine said these awful things, how would I respond? Okay, let me say that to myself. And see, again, the getting in touch with, so I'm getting to know you, getting to know all about you. We need to do that with ourselves. In tune. Oh, did I just say that? Oh, and catch it, fix it, reframe it, and let's say it again. Okay, that's how you're going to practice reframing. How does that make you emotionally resilient? You can tell, but can you put it in the chat? How would these practices make you emotionally resilient? Elvin says, please hit the like button. Yes, please. So that the message can get out to other wonderful people like you. It says, be nice to yourself, life changing. Yes, we deserve it. We're good people. We are. And some people in the past, and we may still have parents that throw it on us, all kind of negativity. There again, boundaries, right? But don't allow yourself, we can't control what other people do. They can say and do whatever they want, but we won't allow ourselves to mistreat ourselves. We must be nice to ourselves, okay? Number 3, regulate your nervous system. All of this is to help us to be emotionally resilient. So when we have setbacks, when life throws us down, we don't stay down. We take a breath, we get up, we move. Do we need to process what happened? Of course. We're not denying what happened. We're not ignoring it. We're not numbing ourselves so we can just get through and then get the day and get to bed. No. We are building up emotional resilience. It is such a superpower. Such a superpower. Letitia Johns, welcome. Latasha Johns, excuse me. So glad to have you here. Thank you for being here with us, and thanks for getting in the chat. Appreciate that. If you're not in the WhatsApp chat, the link is in the chat box. Please tap it and get in. All right. Okay. You cannot be resilient if your body is stuck in fight or flight mode. We've all heard of fight or flight. If you have not, this is what it means. Animals, they feel and sense danger. They're either going to fight you, attack to protect themselves or their young babies, or they're off. They're taking off. They're and we are created, our nervous system does the same thing. We hear danger, danger. Our subconscious, a lot of times because of past experiences, says danger, danger. And our nervous system goes out of whack. And it's either we're going to fight it or we're going to go in under our covers deep and not come out. Flight, get away. Okay? So, here are some tools to help with your nervous system. And then I see there's stuff going on in the chat. I'll get to that. Okay, I got to stay focused. I'm excited. I'm excited to be back. Okay, so tools that help us regulate our nervous system. Deep belly breathing. I have a video online that talks about it, shows us how to do it because we have to learn it. Up until 2 years old, we naturally breathe through our bellies, diaphragm down here. But at stress sets in around 2 and we forget, we stop that and we start breathing more from our chest. Even singers, opera singers, anyone who wants to project their voice, it's all from the diaphragm. It does not come from here or here like we may think. This voice is very it stays like right here, but from the diaphragm it can project far. So here's some deep belly breathing. Inhale for 4, hold it for 4, exhale for 6. Okay, do that daily. That regulates that. When your nervous system, it just brings it back down. Another tool, cold water splashed on your face. It's interesting. We do that. When I was like, oh, that's interesting because we do that, right? To wake up if we're like really sleepy. Let me throw some cold water. But it also, and it regulates your nervous system. And we can do grounding techniques. Here's one. Name 5 things you see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste in that moment to bring you back to the present. Because when we're stressed, When we feel anxiety, our nervous system is all over the place. We need to bring it back down to calm down. So, okay, I'm looking. 5 things I can see: a lamp, a computer, a sweater, a bottle of water, a plant. Right? 4 things you can touch. And we go through that and it just kind of brings you back to the present. It's very powerful. Okay. Doing these things regularly trains your body to stay calm under pressure. That's what we want. Again, we're not ignoring the pressure or the stress. We just accept that it's part of life right now. And we want to learn how to stay calm under pressure so that we don't lose it. Grounding is also known as earthing. When you stand on the earth, it connects your body to the natural electric charge of the earth. It transfers electrons into your body from the earth. Some research say that soaking up electrons can lower inflammation, ease stress, and improve sleep. So spending time, they have a grounding mat. I prefer just to kick my shoes off and walk in the grass. When you see Coach Karen with her shoes off in the grass, I am so happy. That is like, what? That's my, I'm just like in a zone. Wading in a lake, right? All those things counteract the effects of not having direct contact and being and balance out of our body because we're not in tune and the nervous system is out of whack and our brains and the anxiety. Grounding can help. Okay, let me look at the chat. And Leah, I'm going back. And she says, amen to the grass. Yes, Leah's a fellow grass barefoot lover. Latasha John says, thank you for that nice information. Attention, Gina or Judith. Okay, well, so Latasha, you must be saying something to Gina and Judith, which is fine. Andrea says self-love. Yes, very important. Never heard of the cold water. Going to try that. Leah says, repeat that on the nervous system again. What about the nervous system? Is it the fight or flight? How to regulate it? What part, Tiff? Or about the grounding? Let me know which part, because by the time I looked, I had already said a bunch of stuff. Okay. All right. It could have been the grounding techniques, because I did go fast through the 5 things. Yes. Name 5 things you can see, 4 you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing that you can taste. That's right in the moment. You feel it. You know the signs. Your hands get clammy, or your heart starts pumping, or you start the racing thoughts. Okay, because you're trying to ground yourself. You're trying to, because the brain and the nervous all over the place. You're trying to bring yourself back here. So 5 things I can see. Boom, 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 boom. 4 things I can touch. Boom, boom. Okay, and it brings you back to the present. It's very helpful. Okay, nice. Thank you for that, Tiff, because I'm sure if you didn't catch it, because I did go through it pretty quick, um, then everybody else can get it. Okay. Number 4, build a resilient mindset. Okay, you're very welcome, Tiff. You're an excellent student, darling. Build a resilient mindset. So here are a few core beliefs that will help. Here's what you say. This is temporary. Because isn't everything temporary? We've even heard the good things. Yesterday, I was at a beautiful tea party. It was like 50 lovely women together honoring 80-something-year-old woman that we've grown up with at her nursing home. Beautiful party. And as we was wrapping up and now we're cleaning up everything, I looked at my friend. I said, all good things must come to an end. Even the good is temporary. So can we just accept it? If we can accept that, right? If we can just accept it. Tiff, can you help Latasha out and put it in the chat, and anyone else? Thanks for asking, Latasha. We like questions around here. So Tiff, if you could put it in, if not, I'll say it again. All right. This is temporary. Here's another one. I cannot control everything. We think we can because we are the empowered woman. Oh, we think we can do it all. We think we have that S on our chest. We are superwoman, but we're not. We can't control everything. It is impossible. No human can control everything. Can we please stop thinking that? But we can, what can I control? My response. PJ, hey. We can control our response to things. That person storms in the room, they sniff out that we're not so secure within ourselves, they want to abuse us verbally. I'm leaving the premises. You will not talk to me like that. Oh no, this will never happen again. Oh, you're continuing? Let me dial 911. Right? So I can control my response. I can't control that person or the world. We have to accept. Okay. And here's another good one. I've survived every tough moment so far. I'm still here. Bring it. Right? Okay, great. Tiffany, Latasha, Tiff got you. She put it in the chat. Anyone else that needs to see it, it's in the chat. Okay. So I can't control everything, but I can control my response. This is temporary. Or people say, this too shall pass. These are core beliefs that help us build a resilient mindset. And finally, I've survived every tough moment so far. Isn't that beautiful? Because it's true. And that will help us to build emotional resilience. Number 5, lean on connection. I always talk about vitamin people. Why do we take multivitamins? My mother, oh, it was a constant thing. And it's something that I stay true to myself now. Always take a vitamin. Why? Karen, you just don't get, this is what she would say, you just don't get from the foods every vitamin and mineral that you need. So take your supplements. All my cousins, everybody in the family knows my mom is gonna push vitamins. You stay in her house overnight, you're gonna get some vitamins. It was her thing. What do vitamin people do? They build us up. When we're low, they help us feel good. They give us energy. It's a whole thing. So resilience is not about going it alone. We can't do this life alone. It's about having people around you that you can talk to when things get hard. Somebody had posted something. I wish I had taken a screenshot of it, but it was something like, uh, if you, a friend is telling another friend, like, I know I'm a true friend when you don't just share the good things with me, but you share the tough things too. So supportive people exist in the world, vitamin people that build us up, that are there to help us. Let's develop supportive relationships. We should not, cannot do this alone. People need people. So ask yourself, who do I feel safe talking to? Think of some people. Who reminds me of my strength when I forget it? And even one solid relationship can make a huge difference. It's very important. So, what are some key aspects of resilience? Let's do some reviewing. Adaptation. Resilience is about adapting to difficult situations and adjusting to challenges. It's as simple as waiting at the doctor's office. He's running late. The first client was late patient, and now you're waiting a half hour. You can huff and puff and have a temper tantrum and storm out, or you already have something in your bag to read, or you pull out something, you catch up on text messages. How can I use this time? I'm not happy. I wanted to be in and out, but this is what it is. Or he was in surgery and now he's running late. Adapt. Let me use the time wisely. Call someone, catch up with, adapt to the situation. That's an aspect of resilience. Recovery. It's the ability to recover from stress, adversity, major life changes. Resilience does not mean we're not affected. That's positive. That's what is it? The positivity? That's toxic positivity. That's fake. It's not real. We may need to recover from it, but we recover. All right? We can come through it. And recovery means accepting what happened, processing it. It could be a very terminal illness. It could be the death of a loved one. It could be the loss of a job. It could be so many different things. A marriage in divorce, a child sick. Like it can, we need to recover, but we can recover. Okay, and then bouncing back. Resilience is often described as the ability to bounce back from tough experiences. We want to come out of the situation as a victor, not a victim, not angry and bitter. Have you ever met someone who has survived a really bad accident? And some are like, I don't care. I'm just so thankful that I'm alive. And others are bitter and angry about the fact that they had the experience and certain things were taken away from, and now I have to spend my time in rehab and I have to do physical therapy. The positive person, the person that is a victor, says, I'm glad to be alive to be able to do physical therapy, and I'm going to get strong again. I'm going to regain my strength. So what do we want to be? We don't want to be a victim. We want to be a victor. So we want to bounce back. It doesn't, and it won't be right away. We have to be patient with ourselves, but we can bounce back from difficult times, difficult experiences. And then the factor about learning and growth, Renee, yep, toxic positivity, learning and growth, experiencing challenges, overcoming them leads to personal growth and increased self-awareness. And this is what gets me. I struggled for years. Ill parents, depressed husband, burnout, doing way too much, caring for my parent, being a caregiver for my dad till his death, my mom. But guess what topic comes up often with my client? Burnout, stress, anxiety, depressed husband, being a caregiver of a parent. So I struggled with those things for years. Finally, with Vimes, with help, therapy, I learned how to accept, manage, and heal from those things, because it wasn't just what was going on now, it's things that happened when I was younger that made what I was going through now seem so tragic, which it felt like. But now, guess what? I'm able to coach my clients. I'm able to be compassionate because I've been through those things. I can show them what I did to grow, to learn, to become who I am today, to be happy despite those circumstances. That when I changed, my whole environment changed. It makes me a better coach. But had I not gone through those things, right, I wouldn't have been pushed into this world either, this emotional wellness world, and I probably wouldn't be here. I'm grateful for the things I've gone through. And it's like, wow, to be able to look back and say, like, I'm grateful. Because now I can talk to a client who has a depressed husband. She says 5 words, it's like she said 5 paragraphs because she doesn't have to say much. I get it. I know. I know. And she can look in my eyes and she knows that I know, right? It's so beautiful. And it's amazing. So when we look at our challenges and we overcome them, we say, but I grew from that. Again, not bitter and angry that it happened, happy and feeling proud of ourselves that we got through it and we learned something from it and we're a better person because of it. Thank you, right? Thank you. That's how we want to view that builds emotional resilience. How do you keep a smile? Because I'm learning and growing. I'm becoming better every day because of my challenges. And this smile is not fake. I really feel good. Back to the somebody. I get stronger day after day because life is a gift from the true creator. I have to take care of my life for him. That's Latasha. Yes, Latasha. Do you, girl. Prioritize yourself. All right, our strengths. Resilience involves developing internal strengths and resources. Internal. There again, the victim feels that I need all these people to do something for me so that I can feel whole, so that I can function, so that I can do. The main part of our resilience is developing our own inner strengths and resources. What do I possess? What qualities, what resources, what things do I have access to help me develop resilience, as well as we draw from external support systems. Of course, we talked about vitamin people. There's nothing wrong with that, but we don't want to lean on those people and suck them dry. No, I have to develop it myself. And then that might be a wonderful vitamin person, but they may move away. Something may happen to them and they're not in our lives anymore. Does that mean we just crumble up and fall? No, because I have my own internal strengths. It's such a it is such an amazing journey when we get to know ourselves better and we really become in tune. It's the best thing. Renee says, wonderful outlook. Audis gave me hearts. The yes, it's beautiful. Here's the last one, mental and emotional flexibility. Resilient people demonstrate flexibility in their thinking, emotions, their behaviors as they navigate difficult situations. In the UCO class, we talked about being rigid. It has to be a certain way. We don't do rigidity anymore. Just the word alone, rigidity, right? We like flexibility. If it's not this way, it's no good. No, we're flexible, more reasonable. It may not be the way I want it, but it's good enough. It's the best that I can have right now. I'll take it. That's contentment as well. That's all about contentment. So being flexible in our thinking, emotions, and behaviors, it allows us to say, okay, ooh, wasn't expecting that, but okay, let's roll with it, right? Let's do this thing. We're doing it. All right. The course may be a little longer. We didn't expect that, but it's okay. Flexible, open-minded. Okay. So how does developing emotional resilience help our mental health? It protects us from things like depression and anxiety. It can help us cope with challenges, right? That increase the risk of developing those conditions and other physical conditions. When we're not resilient, our health suffers, our physical health. It helps with our overall well being. When you have a greater ability because of resilience to cope with life's challenges, you can maintain a sense of well being. You feel in control, you feel centered because if this comes at me, I have my backpack, I have my toolkit. Oh, yep, it's in there too. Yep, got all the things I need in there. And whatever I don't need, have these people, these vitamin people that I have in my life, these wonderful people that I surround myself with, they can provide something too. We will get through this. And I don't have to do it alone. I refuse to do it alone. And personal growth, right? We experience adversity, we bounce back. Ooh, there's that personal growth and a stronger sense of self. I know who I am. I've been through that, and that, and I still have my sanity. And I'm actually happy because I've learned the tools. Yeah, that's good. Personal growth. We build stronger relationships. Resilient people often have strong social connections and rely on other resilient people who are supportive. So we have supportive relationships. Beautiful. Stronger social connections, and they're supportive. And definitely increase confidence. Resilience can help you build confidence in your ability to handle future challenges. I've been through all of this. Whatever comes my way, I'll be able to handle it. I'm okay. I'll be okay. I trust myself. I know what I need to do to get through it. And again, not, but finding joy in the everyday. Okay? So we can set goals. We want to build stronger relationships. We want to find meaning in our life. Identify what gives you meaning and purpose. It can help you to cope with difficult times as well. Setting goals, when we're goal oriented, we're always looking for the next thing. We're content with what we have, but we're looking for, okay, I reached this goal. Now, what's the next one? And that keeps us going. It keeps us motivated. It gives us purpose. We also learn from the past, right? And here's a big one, practicing self-care. Can we talk about this for a little bit? We have a few moments. Taking care of your physical and mental health helps you build resilience. And included in that is staying true to yourself, keeping promises to yourself. I'm going to go on a diet. Do we stick to the diet, right? Or do we give up on ourselves? I'm going to drink more water, and we don't set aside the 8 bottles or set up the thing so that we can have success. Let's drink the water. Let's eat the good food. Excuse me, speaking of water. Don't procrastinate with yourself. Get the thing done, whatever it is. Take your medication. There are people who are on prescribed medication for high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, all kind of things. And they just sometimes don't take the medication. But that's not healthy. If the doctor feels you need it and they prescribed it for you, take it. If it means your health, if you believe in vitamins, take them. Whatever the thing is. Here's another simple thing. When you have to go to the bathroom, go to the bathroom. People laugh. It sounds ridiculous that I would say that, but how many of us don't get up to go to the bathroom because we're busy with work or we're watching a show or we're out with a group and we don't want to say, "Oh, can we pull over?" So we hold it. That's not healthy for the body. And when you ignore your needs, you're telling yourself, your subconscious, I don't want to take care of you. You're nothing. You're not important. And then the subconscious says, "Oh, I can't trust you." And there goes the anxiety. Because the subconscious, the brain says, "I can't trust the person whose head I'm in." Danger, danger. That's really important for us to take. Self-care is so broad. And again, we always think hair and nails and put my eyelashes and my makeup. That's fine. But it's the real everyday thing or things that we do for ourselves. Lotioning our bodies. Do we need lotion or oil on our bodies? Let's do it and appreciate. I'm lotioning my arm. Thank you, arm, right? Do whatever the thing is for you. So important. It allows your own brain to trust you. I'm going to do a whole class on it because it's very interesting. Okay. So resilience is a dynamic process of adaptation, which includes acceptance of what's going on, recovery, and growth in the face of adversity. It's a skill that can be developed and strengthened throughout life. So if you don't have it now, no, you can develop it. We've talked about some really good tips. I've given you several things you can process, right, and work on, and you got this. Okay. Oh, people are requesting to join my chat. I went on because I want to invite you to a seminar that I'm doing on May 10th. It's a Saturday from 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. And we're going to be talking about healing family relationships. And I put it in the chat. I will repost it. Look at this. Do you feel like you're carrying more than your fair share in your family? Have you assumed a role you didn't choose just to keep the peace? Today I was with a client. She was given the role as peacemaker. Well, you're the only one that's logical, you're reasonable, you're flexible, and you're really smart. So she became the peacemaker. She didn't choose that. It has been given to her. And now she's like, this is way too much. I said, are you ready to relinquish your assignment that has been given to you? You didn't ask for it. Are you ready to relinquish it? Because sometimes we're given things and it's too much for us. But we're like, oh, but if I don't do this, how will I fit into the family? They'll refuse me. They'll, reject me. It's a chance we must take, right? So you're going to uncover the role you play within your family system and how it has impacted your emotional well-being up until now. All right. It's going to be a very transformative experience. It's going to be amazing. If you join the inner circle, which is membership in YouTube, you press the join button. There are several levels. The inner circle is the last one. If today's the 28th, if you join it by April 30th, you have your pass in to the seminar. If not, you can choose not to. The seminar is $67 for the 3 hours. It's going to be amazing, transformative, and informative. It's really good. Okay. I'm preparing it now and we're going to have a good time. So I encourage, how do you sign up? You send me a text message. My information is in the chat, but I will put it also in the show notes so that if you're watching this later after we're finished, you can get the information. And you just say, Karen, I want to sign up. You send me the money and you're in. Simple. We don't complicate things around here. And it's going to be a live Zoom. It will be recorded so you can go back and watch it over and over as long as as often as you want. Okay, so that's coming up May 10th. It's like 2 weeks from now. Yeah, the time is moving quickly. Does anyone have any questions before we close out? It's almost 10 o'clock here. Everybody's got to get in bed and get their lives started tomorrow, right? Love you all. Let me know if there are any questions. I'll wait a few moments. If not, you can always put it in the chat. I'm going to open up the chat. You guys take care of yourself. Let's build emotional resilience so we can be proud of ourselves. Let's stand in our truth. Let's be faithful to ourselves. Let's say that. Keep our promises to ourselves and really embrace the idea of self-care being more than nails and hair. Okay. Any other questions? I'm open. I'm going to open the chat. You can ask the questions. If you want a one-on-one with me, you can also request one of that as well in private. If you're looking at this later, you can email me at Karen M as a Marinez coach at gmail.com. Karen, I want a one-on-one with you. We'll make it happen. All right. You guys are amazing. Thank you. I love you all. What a community we're building. Share this with someone you think could benefit from it. Even your children, please. Children need to learn how to build resilience, and the parents are there to teach them that. All right. Big hugs to you all. Be well. Renee, so glad you enjoyed. Leah says, I'm loving the do the thing. Thanks, Coach Karen. I'm ready to do the thing. Yes, let's get it done. Yes, yes, yes. You all have a fabulous night, and we can keep chatting in the WhatsApp chat. Mwah. Bye now. See you soon.